Welcome back. It's another edition of Sports Life with your man Big Mom.
And then Beezy.
Giving you the latest and greatest in sports news and entertainment. And here we go. Like I said, with coronavirus pretty much shutting down sports, we got to start coming up with new content and things of that nature. Now, this one in particular, I'm very excited about. Not gonna lie. Take me back to my roots. Now, full disclosure. Let me just give you a brief little history lesson. I am a Lakers fan. I am. Bleed purple and gold. But I didn't start off that way. I mean, gotta realize I'm almost 40 years old, so I kind of came up in that 80s era, and not gonna lie to you, I didn't become a Lakers fan until about 2000. Just full disclosure. Hey, just keep it real. I know I was named after a Laker, named after Jamal Wilkes, all that. My parents grew up Laker fans, all that stuff. But it was the 80s, man, and I got wrapped up. And I got wrapped up in the phenomenon, the just majesty, greatness of Michael Jeffrey Jordan. And I was a Bulls fan all the way up till 1998, which was, as we're about to find out, The Last Dance. And so with that said, ESPN is releasing a 10-part documentary starting tomorrow, Sunday, April 19th, titled The Last Dance, chronicling the 97-98 Chicago Bulls season. And
that was a crazy season, how everything came about in that season.
Man, I remember it like it was yesterday. I mean, it was wonderful. And, it definitely went out with the bang and solidified Jordan to the point where most people consider him to be the GOAT. But it took us a while to kind of get to this point. Let me break it down for you. Just to show you the power of Michael Jordan, okay? This footage, he actually finally allowed a camera crew to chronicle his season, the team season, during that year, what ended up being the last season. And he didn't authorize the release of this footage for quite some time. He didn't actually authorize it until the end of the 2016 season.
Why is that? Wait, wasn't that the season that LeBron and the Cavs came back from a 3-1 deficit against the Golden State Warriors to win the NBA championship?
Yes, it was.
So, now, me thinking, did he authorize them to release it because everybody had then put LeBron in the GOAT talks with, hey, he could be the GOAT, and I think for MJ it was one of those things to where, hey, let me bring y'all back. Let me bring y'all back and let you guys see a little footage of me and what I did when the NBA I feel was actually the NBA. What I mean by that is a foul was a foul. It ain't no that's not a foul.
No ticky-tack foul.
So, question for you. With that being said, do you feel that since we're in quarantine right now with the coronavirus, do you feel that this footage, The Last Dance, is going to hinder LeBron? Because now you get a lot of people who can't do nothing but watch TV and binge watch everything. A lot of people a chance to actually see Michael Jordan and what he was able to do back when he played.
I'm not going to lie to you. It's not good for LeBron. It really isn't. Because a lot of these younger guys, if you are 30 years or younger,
LeBron and Kobe are your guys.
LeBron and Kobe are your guys. You probably argue about back and forth. You don't really get or understand how great Michael was.
I think the only thing people 30 and younger realized about Michael Jordan was, hey, this guy had to be good because he's still selling shoes.
He's still selling shoes. I'm still buying James.
And everybody's standing in line to this day.
So, but now you're going to see footage. You're going to understand, get a glimpse of just how great this guy was and why he's widely considered the GOAT. But before we get there, let's talk about why that season that season wasn't just any, regular season. It really wasn't. It started out
Crazy.
crazy. It started out drama. Now, be it, before we got to the season, they had won the previous 2 championships.
Working on a 3-peat.
Yeah, they were back to back defending champions. You know what I'm saying? And so we didn't know when this run was going to end, but Jerry Krause, who was rest in peace, who was GM of the time of the Bulls, made it very clear that this was going to be it.
Wait, how clear?
Well, first off, there was always drama between Jerry Krause and head coach Phil Jackson, and as well as the players between them and Jerry Krause. And so it really came to a head at the beginning of that season when Jerry Krause made the now infamous statement, players and coaches don't win championships. Organizations do. And let me tell you, that did not sit well with Phil Jackson. That did not sit well. That definitely did not sit well with Michael Jordan. He used to tease Jerry Krause every chance he could get, call him Piggly Wiggly.
But now watch this.
He was just brutal with Jerry Krause.
If that didn't sit well with Phil, Michael, how did, when Jerry Krause said, I don't care if you go 82-0, this will be what?
Phil Jackson's last season. He
told
him.
Period. I don't care what you guys do.
I mean, he was dead set on reshaping that organization in his own image or doing it his own way. He was sick and tired of Phil Jackson getting greatest head coach talk, Jordan getting
best player talk,
greatest player of all time talk, and
he wasn't getting nothing but just
he was just along for the ride.
You're part of the organization. That's it.
He was. But maybe say he brought a lot of those players in and put that team together. But no one really looks at Jerry Krause in the same light as
Phil Jackson.
Well, not really Phil Jackson, more so within his own field. Nobody looks at Jerry Krause like we look at Jerry West. We don't.
Yeah, Jerry West went from team to team.
Jerry West is considered the GOAT GM. Jerry Krause, 6 titles and putting that team together, he's never considered that. Like, never. So, when you're in a successful situation and is, also success and money and titles are coming in, every once in a while, if everybody's not on the same page, there's a fight for credit. Who gets the lion's share of the credit?
At that point, everybody wants the limelight. Everybody wants to, it was because of me. No, it was because of me.
No, it's because of me. Yeah, exactly. And he was definitely, like I said, all that credit was going toward Phil and Jordan, and not much of it was going toward him. And not to speak ill of the dead, I think he really had a problem with that.
I feel it was he resented Phil and Michael because of that. Because you guys, it's one of those things where you guys can at least throw a bone out there for me and tell everybody about me.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. And I mean, make no mistake, the resentment went both ways. I remember during Jordan's Hall of Fame speech, I mean, he looked at Jerry Krause and crowd as like, who invited him? This is the GM that for most of your tenure at the Bulls, it was like, who invited him? I didn't invite him. I just, his comment about players not winning championships, organizations do. I didn't see nobody in a suit out there playing with the blue. I mean, Jordan went in on Jerry Krause during his Hall of Fame speech. So that lets you know all those years later,
it's still set.
It was still beef. It was still beef. So, I mean...
But you got to think about it. Coming like, if you're Jordan and Phil and everybody, you're going to always have that, what if? What if we would have stayed together? What if, you know what I mean? So, I think a lot of beef and stuff comes from that to where, I could have probably had 7 or 8 titles. But since you were so gung-ho on splitting us up, we never had the opportunity.
Yes, and that's the thing. If as a dynasty, if somebody knocks you off,
Then it's different.
beats you, takes you out, and it's a dynasty, fine. It almost kind of feels like they imploded.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, nobody destroyed. The only person that destroyed the Bulls dynasty
Was them.
was the GM of the team. And if you're Phil, if you're Jordan, that's not going to sit well with you. When Jerry Krause said that statement about you can go 82-0 and you're still not going to be head coach next year, Jordan came right out after that and said, "There's not another coach I'm going to play for other than Phil Jackson." And you know what? Jerry Krause didn't give a damn. Didn't give a damn. He was dead set on that being the end. But with that said, what happened that season?
They went 62-20.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan got MVP of the league.
Fifth MVP of his career.
They went on to win the NBA title. Jordan became the MVP.
6 finals MVP of his career.
Averaged 28.7 points a game, 5.8 rebounds, and 3.5 assists a game. And everybody knows the NBA Finals. It was the infamous Jordan step.
Cross back to the left.
Fade away over Brian Russell.
5.2 seconds left.
I have a question though. We're gonna always get this.
I know where he's going.
Was it a push off or was it just one of those? I got you. I'm barely gonna touch you because you're already going that way.
It was a love tap. He was already going that way. He gave him a love tap to help him all along that way, and then he just pulled up and drained the shot. But
one of these just said
that was Jordan, man. I mean, he's gonna get away with little stuff like that. But still, it was, a truly iconic shot.
Everybody will always remember that shot.
Always remember that shot.
You guys 30 and under, tomorrow night, you'll be able to see the infamous shot, I'm pretty sure.
Well, yeah, I know that they're probably going to chronicle throughout the whole season.
Well, yeah.
Like I said, it's a 10-part season, people. 10-part. Not, a lot of documentaries are like 2-part, 3-part, 5-part. This is 10. I mean, damn. But I'm going to watch every episode.
But now watch it. Everybody, you guys want to know what's so funny? Even after they went 62-10, you give me your advice. Do you think they could have went on another season and possibly won another NBA championship?
We'll never know.
But at that time, it just like the team they had. It wasn't like a super team, but everybody knew their role and their part.
They got Dennis. They kept Dennis Rodman. I was about to say Dennis the Menace because that was his nickname. He was a menace, bro. The wild hair, wearing wedding dresses. Hey, pay attention to Dennis during this documentary. But y'all don't know anything about Dennis Rodman.
But guess what?
Woo, boy.
He was crazy.
Oh, crazy ain't the word.
He was a beast. He was a beast. Undersized, battled everybody.
Great defensive player. If that ball came off the rim,
it's his. No matter who you were.
Yep. Didn't matter. And, he had, Scotty still doing his thing.
I got a question for you. I heard this. Well, I seen this the other day.
Okay.
They asked Shaq with the Lakers team that he was on for the 3 people, would they beat that Bulls team? And Shaq, I don't want to quote it, but Shaq on the line said, yeah, I would have destroyed Luke Longley and Bill Cartwright, and the other one was Dudley, right?
It depends on what team you're talking about.
Well, he said any of those teams, I would have destroyed them, and yes, we would have beat them.
That's a good question because you got to understand there's a lot of elements. If we're just taking out coaching and all of that, there's a lot of, and this actually in 2000 what led me to become a Lakers fan. There was a lot of Bull elements that came to that Lakers squad. There was Ron Harper came, who was on that 97-98 team. There was Horace Grant, who was on the 91 to 93 team, that first repeat team, and it was Phil, who was the head coach. So I don't. I don't. Jordan was just such a beast, though. And I think, and I understand where he's coming from. Kobe would have gave you 80% of what Jordan could have done. Was Kobe Jordan, is even at that, especially at that time, no. But maybe he could have gave you 80% of what Jordan's giving you.
Yeah, but then...
And then Shaq kills whoever's guarding him.
Exactly.
So I get where he's coming from.
We'll never know.
But we'll never know. And here's the thing I can really think about. Yeah, okay, yeah. Shaq kills pretty much whoever...
guards him.
Whoever guards him. I see that.
But on top of that, Rodman could have. Hey, Rodman wasn't going down without a fight. I mean,
Rodman's not going down without a fight. But I tell you this: everybody else on that Laker team gets shut. Kobe struggles. Sorry, Kobe. Kobe struggles with Mike on it. Period. And everybody else on that Laker team struggles to eat. Period.
They're not gonna put Mike on him. They're gonna put Scotty on him.
They could put Scotty on him. They could put Mike on him. Mike was still
I know that, but
first team on defense at that
point. But I feel you put Scotty on him because now guess what, Mike? You have a little more energy for offense.
Could do that. They would have took turns on him.
Exactly.
And sorry, I'm just keeping it real. Kobe was struggling.
Yeah.
Kobe was struggling. With that smoke, he was struggling.
It would have been interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I really implore you young cats to check out the documentary. I'm telling you, man, like y'all just don't understand the phenomenon that was Michael Jordan tonight.
So does this really hinder LeBron and the GOAT talk?
Yes, it does. I mean, it's going to remind a lot of these younger fans just how great Jordan was.
I wouldn't even say remind. It's going to let them actually see. Because remember, a lot of the younger fans, they didn't really see Jordan.
And unfortunately,
it's going to remind guys like ourselves that,
I don't need a reminder, but okay.
Well, but you know what I mean?
Right.
Most people are like, hey, because LeBron's my boy.
Yeah, I understand. And this is the bad thing about for LeBron. He has no rebuttal because he's not playing.
Yeah.
Coronavirus, I mean, I saw a post on Facebook earlier like the playoffs should be starting right now.
Yep.
And it's shut down. There will be no rebuttal. It would be one thing if we saw this documentary and then we turn and watch LeBron's getting like 32,
so you're like,
10, 12, you know what I'm saying? Then, now you have some sort of rebuttal, but LeBron's sitting at home.
He's sitting at home watching it.
Well, he's sitting at home watching with everybody. Like, damn. This is not.
And the other thing is people fail to realize Jordan won 6 out of 8 NBA titles.
Yep. I mean, the only 2 that he didn't really win from, 91, 98 was the, kind of like the 1 year he went and played baseball and then kind of came in the mid-season. The next season he wasn't really right. But once he had a whole season under his belt, but nobody eat. When it comes to titles, but nobody eat. So,
killer instinct.
Y'all gonna get a taste of it. Even now, man, I said take it with a grain of salt. He wasn't the most cuddly of people. Even he kind of
He spoke his mind.
Huh?
He spoke his mind.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of pretty much admitted, hey, when people watch his footage, you're gonna think he was a horrible guy, because he was just so driven, so focused. If you wasn't all in like he was all in,
but you know what?
You might get punched.
That reminds me, and I feel that's some of the mentality Kobe took.
Yep.
Kobe took that mentality because everybody was like, hey, he was cool, but man, he was hard on us.
Yeah.
But that's just how Jordan was. Jordan was like, hey, if you're here to win, let's practice hard and win. If not, you can get up out of here, basically.
And see, here's the thing that I always say, and this was in, no disrespect, because I got nothing but love for Kobe Bryant. Michael Jordan had the Mamba mentality. He created and kind of made the Mamba mentality.
And Kobe just took over.
Kobe just gave it a name. We didn't have a name for what Michael Jordan was. He was just driven, wanted to destroy you, rip your heart out, all of that stuff. But Kobe came along, pretty much emulated Michael, but he was smart enough to give it a name, and that's what we now know as Mamba mentality. So, shout out to, Kobe was always, that's one of the smartest dudes here to step on the floor. So, hey, implore you guys to check it out. I know I'm going to be watching every single episode. And with that said, that's another edition of Sports Life. with your man Big Maul.
And MBZ.
Till next time, and remember, wash your damn hands.
Peace.